It's time. Yes, it's time I sat down and finally spoke to you guys, because what is going on? It has been too long. Hi, I'm Lola. For those of you who don't know me, I can't. It's been too long. I can't believe I haven't sat down to film a YouTube video in literally over 5 years. Okay, let's get serious. So technically it's been 3 years, but it feels so long and I have missed you guys. I really have. I'm looking at my YouTube channel right in the corner of my eye on my laptop here, and my last video was literally a Zara sale haul 2022. I don't understand how that is considered 3 years ago when we are in 2026, but I guess it's time of year. My lovelies, I have really honestly missed you guys, and I sound like a crazy person because I don't actually know you guys, but I have missed this conversation. Yes, it seems one-sided because I'm technically talking to the camera, but the way we used to interact, and I don't even know if the people who are subscribed to my channel even are still here. I hope you guys are. I hope you guys are all safe and well. But it's just crazy to think how time has flown by. I am now in my 30s. Insane. Insane. So much has happened and we'll get right into it. So I wanted this video to have a little bit of structure. So I'm gonna go and start with the first question that I have written down, which is, where have I been and what was happening behind the scenes while I was away? A lot has happened. Like I said, I'm in my 30s now, so you can imagine a lot has happened. So I think it's probably easiest to just track back. So 3 years ago was 2020, let's just say 2022. Where was I? I had just moved into my own first big girl apartment that I was renting on my own. It was a lovely 2-bedroom apartment, and I just had my own space. It was in a high rise. I was on the 8th floor and I was just living my best life. Mind you, I'd saved a really good amount of money at this point, and this was my first time in my whole life that I've ever been able to save that much amount of money. I think I made a video about it. Anyway, that was the time when I was doing this like no spend things and all these kind of like things to try and save money. But really and truly what happened is that I got my money up. I got more money, so I was able to save more. And that's the only way really to save, is to just make more money. So at that time, I also started a beauty brand, which was called Amaris Beauty Box. And that was literally my baby. I put literally all my savings into this business, and I put so much time and effort whilst working a full-time job into this. So mind you, I got burnt out. So 2023 or 2022, 2023, fast forward or backtrack to 2023, I moved out of my apartment, closed my business down. So much happened. So much happened. Then I went from literally at the peak to where it was just like crazy. I was working 2 jobs. I was doing night shifts. It was insane. But I learned so much about human behavior in that time. Insane. So 2024, I cannot remember what happened in 2024, but I moved back into my family home and it was not good for my mental health. So I literally had to find a way to get out, which is why I ended up working 2 jobs. But what I've realized is 2 jobs is never the answer, because really and truly, the tax man is just taking all your money. Let's just say it for what it is. I also gave up being a makeup artist. I decided I wasn't going to do that anymore, so I call it my early retirement. It's so funny how when I was younger I always wanted to retire at 30, but I didn't know what I was saying, because in reality I did retire, but I retired as a makeup artist. I wanted to retire and literally live the lifestyle that I want to live, if that makes sense. I want to retire, but as a millionaire. I should have been more specific with my manifestations, but I retired from being a makeup artist. I started having back pain, still dealing with that now. And so 2025, but 2024 was a really great, 2023 and 2024 were really great years when it came to dating, and let's just leave it at that. And then 2025, so much happened. So I stopped working 2 jobs, and technically I was no longer in full-time employment. There was an incident that happened, my first ever overtly obvious racial issue at work happened. So I had to do a grievance, and still ongoing. Don't know what's happening with that. But we are where we are now, 2026. I had surgery at the beginning of this year. Still recovering from the surgery, but it's something that's been clearly ongoing in the background since I was 16, which is insane. Yeah, so much has happened. So that's where I've been. I've traveled so much though in this time. I think I've been to more places in the last 4 years than I've been in a really long time. So I went to Malta for the first time, a lot of European places, Milan for the first time, Croatia for the first time. I even went to Nice and Monaco for the first time. So these are like 5 new places that I've been in just the last 2-3 years. So I have traveled a lot, and content is pending. Mind you, I have been filming on my camera, I just haven't been posting because I've been going through it, guys. So yeah, that's why I've been away for so long, and that's what's been happening behind the scenes. So much has happened, so much. So let's move on to the second question, which is, what have I learned about myself during this break? The first thing that comes to mind is that I am super resilient. I have also learned that nobody's coming to save me. I wish somebody was coming to save me, but nobody is coming to save me, and that's okay. I can save myself, and I can use the advantages that I have in life, even when it feels like I don't have any advantages. There always are, and I can use that to my benefit. I am very resourceful as well, and I can always count on myself. I think that's one thing I've really learned about myself during this break. With my business, I put so much into it, and I did such a great job as somebody who has nobody taught me what to do. I didn't know where to start. I was literally learning as I was going, and the only thing that I would say stopped it from thriving was the lack of funding. I didn't know where to find funding as well. So it was like, I don't know how to write a business plan. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. I tried my best with what I had and what I knew. And that's all I can do, is try my best. And I've also learned that people who you trust, they're human, so they can always disappoint you. And that's that. I'll leave that there. So why did I decide to come back to YouTube now? Crazy. There's so much that has changed in my life, and it's so crazy that at each point I still come back to YouTube. I've tried TikTok, I've tried Instagram, I've tried it all, but I still come back to this YouTube channel, and that's because it feels like home. So the community here, and just me sharing knowledge, sharing my experiences in this way has always been something that I've loved. I really love picking up the camera and talking to you guys and filming. It's just finding the time to sit down and edit. I do enjoy editing, mind you. I just feel like now I'm at a place where I'm happy to give that to somebody else to do. And all I have to do is upload. So I'm looking into it. I haven't found anyone just yet, but I'm looking into it. And I think it's just about sharing. It's always about sharing knowledge, and I want it to continue doing my bit to empower women and just share what is possible, because if you don't see it, then you don't know it exists. And I see the way some women are living their lives on YouTube and sharing it, and I'm like, I have something to offer as well. So why not? That was always the reason why I joined YouTube in the first place. I would see Patricia Bright and Jackie Aina and Zoella and all these women online, and seeing how they would share their knowledge and share their life experiences. And I was like, I could do that. So here we are, and there's a lot that's coming up in the near future, which I'm super excited about, which again, it comes back to the root desire. Everything I've found out about myself brings me back to what I've loved from when I was young. And it's just crazy that we always go through this journey that always looks like this, to a lot of the time come back to what we originally wanted and knew from a young age, but nobody took us seriously. So anyway, that's me now as a grown adult, a grown woman. Just wanted to share that with you guys. Okay, so next question. How has my relationship with beauty, fashion, and lifestyle content changed? A lot. When I was younger, obviously, as you guys can see from my past videos, I was very experimental. Now, less so, just because I'm into skincare a lot more now. I think being a makeup artist and doing that for like, I want to say I was doing it for a good 10 years. I did everything. I did the extreme glamorous stuff. I did the day-to-day stuff. I did the simple no makeup looks. I did the birthday girl looks. I did the magazine shoots. I was at a point even when I was actually published in Vogue. I was a makeup artist to this woman who's great, love her to bits till today. But I realized that I didn't want to be the one that was, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I didn't want to be the help. And there's an element of being the help that I was feeling when I was in certain rooms. I'm not actually saying that makeup artists are the help. I just felt like I was, because I wasn't being invited to certain rooms and certain things that felt like literally a hand touch away. I wanted that for myself. So now when I think of beauty, fashion, lifestyle content, this is a way for me to get into those doors, if that makes sense, rather than me doing the makeup for the people who are already in those doors. And I know I have given 10 years of service towards that, and I'm okay with that now. But my views on beauty, fashion, lifestyle has definitely changed since I was younger, from being 18, 19 to my 20s, being in university, doing my first big girl job. All these things have changed, and now I'm very much into simpler things. Granted, I do love a blush and I do love a graphic eyeliner and a little bit of shimmer here and there, but I'm not as experimental. I've done that all before, and now I'm more conscious as well about the products that I put on my skin. I think you guys may have seen part of that journey when I transitioned into clean beauty, because for me, my health is so important. That's one thing that as you get older, you'll just naturally start thinking about your health in a different way. And so I'm very much more about sustainability, and like even the clothes that I put on my body, as much as I can, I will try and stick to natural fibers and organic cotton and that sort of thing, linen, silk. So my money is getting a bit longer, and the things that I'm spending are more expensive. Are more expensive. Granted, I will on occasion do a quick H&M shop or something like that, or ASOS, but I'm more into like, there's this cool brand that I found called Tove, and I also really love Totem and what other brands when it comes to clothing, like even Jacquemus clothing are really good fibers and stuff like that, and I will always love Zimmermann. So those are the kind of like brands that I find myself gravitating towards now. So you won't find me doing like a £500 ASOS haul anymore. Unfortunately, that's in the past. But yeah, my lifestyle stuff, it's all about health and well-being and doing things that you find joyful. So I don't want to ramble on and make this video long, so let's get into the last question, which is what can you expect from me and this channel going forward? Just me being myself and showing you that life isn't over when you're in your 30s, as most people would want you to believe, and you don't have to be married, you don't have to have children, and yes, you can thrive without all those things. And I just want to share, like, I'm still figuring it out. And if you see me on TikTok, my intro is literally, I'm Lola, your glow up bestie who is just trying to figure out life the same as you, and that's exactly what I'm trying to do. Point blank and period. But you may see a little bit more like Michelin star dining, fine dining, going on solo dates, solo travels, sometimes travel with other people, but it's usually like one other person, so it would either be like my sister, or that's the kind of content that you might be seeing. I went on a trip to Nice and Monaco last September. It was so much fun. I took my camera and I vlogged for some of it, but I just have like memories engraved in my brain of me going to like Buddha Bar and dancing till like 4 AM in the morning, and then literally getting on the train to Paris like 2 hours later, and I was like, when was the last time I did something as crazy as this? Never. And it was a 6-hour train ride. Insane. But I love that, and that's just kind of, those are the kind of memories I want to keep creating till I'm unable to, you know? That's literally it. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've learned something, and I just wanted to say hi. I'm back, okay? I'm back. Did you miss me? I hope you did miss me, and here's to more content coming in the future. And some of my content will be replaying things that have happened in the past, just because at this phase in my life where I'm at right now, as it is June 2026, I'm not at a position where I could just be doing like Pilates like I used to, or like I will be traveling, but I have to be more conscious of my health. So I'm going to give myself till December to really try and ease myself back into normal day-to-day life, because there's still restrictions that I have from my surgery. But I hope you guys have a lovely day, lovely weekend, lovely day of the week whenever you're watching this. And please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Till next time.